And now we should be hearing Infinity Fellowship. So, how about that? Those of you who are in the chat saying hello, letting us know that you're here. I want to say thank you for joining me today for the Fireside Chat. As always, this is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, the Chief Spiritual Officer of the Infinity Fellowship, and we are live in the virtual world via the studio at the Infinity Fellowship. I'm excited that you decided to join us today. We are here for you in a very powerful way, and I'm thankful that each and every one of you are showing up here. Listen, this is going to be a great day. It's going to be a wonderful fireside chat. This is the last Sunday in the powerful series that we've been teaching here all month, and that series is Full to Overflowing. So, as you are full to overflowing here today, I'm speaking that your energy is here with us, that you are hearing us in a powerful way. Say hello in the chat. Let's get things started today. Let's let everybody know that we're here. This is a wonderful, wonderful moment to get together on Fifth Sundays. In this virtual world, we've had a conversation that has existed between you and me and everyone out there in virtual land. So this is real time. Rev Jeff is working the boards and working the tools. So if it takes a second for a title to come up, hey, y'all just say, let's celebrate in good gratitude that I know which button to push, or I know how to figure out how to push each button. How about that part? In the meantime, I went ahead and put the chat for Standing Ovation, or the link for Standing Ovation, in there too. Glad to see you. Good to see you, Destiny. Good to see you, Tiffany, showing up in the chat. In this moment right here, for those of you who are brand new to Infinity Fellowship, I want to welcome you to the core of consciousness, the apex of authenticity. This is the place where people who consider themselves spiritual, but not necessarily religious, gather. And it's a powerful community. Next Sunday, we're in person, of course, 641 West Nocturne Drive. But the beauty of being here in the virtual space is that we get to share with one another wherever we are in the world and still connect through that unbroken chain of powerful spiritual community. So as we are gathering here today, as I'm getting my tools set for what we need for service, got the water for libations, got the plan in place, got everything ready for us to get started. So we'll just take a couple of minutes and allow the stream to populate. In this moment, though, while you are getting your coffee, I'm getting my coffee, while you are also telling people that people are on right now and saying hello, I want you to call somebody, to text somebody, to let them know that today we're going to be unpacking some very, very powerful energy around the land of make believe. It's going to be a good day for that. If you have a perm request or a prayer request for affirmative prayer, go ahead and drop it in the chat as well. Let's hit the thumbs up button if you're on YouTube so that that algorithm can pick up and let more people see us. It's interesting when we're talking about the virtual space because sometimes they play tricks, but we know that we're here and we're going to share this with everyone else. If you're watching on Facebook, say hello, hit the like button, hit the share button. Go ahead and let your friends know, especially those who are in the same category as you. Those of you who may not have found a safe spiritual community where you can grow and learn and expand around the law of attraction and those high frequency vibrations. Guess what? You made it here today. So share that love with somebody. Let's get this party started right. We love you guys. We'll see you in a minute. I'm excited. Hope you're excited for the Infinity Fellowship. Drop some ancestors' names in the chat as we get ready to open the way in just a couple of minutes. I'll see you in a minute. Peace.
We are so grateful that you are here as divine manifestations of all creation. It's time for us to open the way at the Infinity Fellowship, and one of the ways that we do that is by beginning in a brief meditation. So I'm going to invite you to find your seat for meditation wherever you deem is necessary. Some of you like to sit up, some of you like to get onto the floor, onto your meditation pillow, whatever it is for you that works, so be it. But find a place that you can be still in, and find a place where you can sit up. We sit up, we sometimes think of making an S with our spine, and we're so erect that we are so focused on holding it that we're rigid. No, don't go that far. Sometimes we are so relaxed that we form a C, and our shoulders are drooping forward. And in that way, we can't get the breath to the belly. So just rise to a position that's in between. Lift those shoulders up, then roll them back, and then relax the flesh on the back of the shoulder blades so that it just moves like honey toward the ground. And now that chest is open. And now that breath can travel through your nose, all the way down your throat, down through your chest, down into your belly. And if you allow it, it'll go down into your hips. But don't worry about trying to force it. Just allow it. In this space of allowance, we close our eyes. And we allow ourselves to melt into the assurance that the breath gives us. Assurance that we are present. Assurance that we are alive. Assurance that every single thing that we need is available to us in the right now. Assurance through the breath that the people, that the places, that the things, that the ideas that affirm our purpose appear to us right now. Assurance that the past has already happened and that tomorrow is not promised. Assurance that the present is what we have. Assurance that it is a moment of celebration, that it is a moment of affirmation,
that it is a moment of peace. Breathing in the assurance. Breathing in the blessed assurance. All else releasing on the exhale. Continuing to breathe like this, allowing those thoughts of assurance to enter into our body. The fear, trepidation, and unsurety to exit. Blessed assurance. Seeing in our mind's eye a beautiful yellow light, a light that begins in the space behind our eyebrows, at the center of our brain. A tiny yellow dot that grows larger and brighter with each inhale. Filling our body from the top of our head down to our neck and shoulders. On the exhale, traveling down to our chest. On the inhale, traveling down to our belly. On the exhale, traveling down beyond our hips. On the inhale, traveling down to our thighs and knees. On the exhale, going down our shins, down into our feet, into our toes. On the inhale, the light covering our entire body. Releasing all tension. Embracing the good of healing. Light beings, being the light that you are. A divine reflection of the God of your acceptance and understanding. Focusing that energy now on that energy itself, the Creator, the Most High, God, the names that you assign, the cultures that you assign, feeling it now. Resting in the blessed assurance that all is well. Bowing our heads now and opening our hearts, we speak respectfully to Divine Source. God of all creation, God of our amazing years, God of our weary years, God of our times of struggle, God of our times of victory, we give thanks to you in this moment for this gathering that we call the Infinity Fellowship. I want to thank you personally for gifting us with the technology that allows us to reach so many people in the world, gifting us with this moment in time, this virtual way of having a chat with one another to heal, to uplift, to inspire. And we know that you are the divine source of all of this. We're so grateful for this wonderful day, this rainy day in Nashville, this day where it may be a little cloudy outside, but the light still shines within our hearts because we as light beings, we as reflection of you, always and continuously remain in alignment, especially when we pause to embrace the blessed assurance that is always ours. Thank you for the gift of those who are gathering here on this Infinite Life stream today. Thank you for those who might be joining us on the replay in the future. And we know that time and space, linear thinking, that has more to do with us than it does with you. For all things are possible in your divine timing. And so we align ourselves in this moment through proclamation for the good. We align our bodies with wonderful states of health. We align our minds with peace. We align our hearts with joy. We align our community with fellowship today. Thank you for showing up every time we need it. Thank you for being a comfort for those who are in need of comforting. And thank you for our children and our families and for good friendship and for a wonderful Thanksgiving week where traveling graces saw us to our destination and back home. And even if we were with ourselves, thank you for the gift of celebrating that we are healthy, that we are whole, and that our minds are clear. Today, as we travel to this land of make-believe, let us go to the space of knowing within that everything is working in our favor, that every single part of today's service is exactly as it's supposed to be, and that someone here will learn something, will reveal something inside themselves that will help them connect deeper to you, because you're always and ever present in everything. And for these things and others that we cannot put into words, we simply breathe in together collectively in gratitude. And we exhale in expectation. And so it is. Amen. Amin. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. It is done. Let us prepare our hearts and minds for the pouring of libations. If you got your water close and you like to pour libations with us, that's great. If not, we pour it with you too. Type a name or two in the chat and we can recognize them so that we can finish and complete the cycle of opening the way. And so it is. We greet you today in the names of the known and unknown ancestors who we recognize at this time as part of how we open the Infinity Fellowship. Again, to those of you who might be new, I want to say hello. And if you're new to the process of the practice of libations, it simply means pouring out of water. Some of you had an awesome Thanksgiving. That means that you poured out some other stuff too, and that's good too. Whatever you pour out, depending on your culture and your tradition, it comes back to you. Really, it is a point of celebration because we are celebrating the fact that so much has been poured into us. And it's been poured into us by the God of your acceptance and understanding. It's also been poured into us by those people who have come before us. those people who we now call ancestors, and we have many names for ancestors. But as we pour that energy in and we receive that pouring in, we always pour it out on Sundays. And for those who have gone before, we ask that we recognize them in this moment in thanksgiving. Also knowing that the people who walked before us may not have been perfect people. Some of us had some issues with, mama, grandmama, daddy, auntie, uncle, friends in the neighborhood, all of those people. And we recognize that. We understand that, but people are not perfect. And I shudder to think that someone would see me as a being who is perfect as well. But we are constantly working on perfecting life. So if you're here under the sound of my voice, that means that somebody did something that helped you get here. So we recognize in this moment that energy of arriving here and how it's important for us to know that we didn't do this by ourselves. So as we pour this libation, we say, cool water, freshen our spirits. Ashe, you say that at home. Cool water, freshen and consecrate this space for spiritual work. Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors all together. Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, Divine Source, and all creation. Ashe. Do grant to us peace and prosperity. Ashe. As we pour this water today, we pour to the various directions. We pour to the energy of the north. The reminder that you get to be a yes today. If your spirit is a no spirit, I invite you to shift that gear and say, you know what? I got an open mind. I got an open heart. I can be here in community. I can make this happen. So be a yes spirit today. That's the direction of true north. Ashe. To the energy of the east, which is the rising sun. And as I said, it might be rainy in Nashville, but I know that sun is still up there because the sun is always up here. As the great Bobby D used to say, I've never seen God make a bad day. This is a good day to be you, and it's a good day to be in all of creation. Ashe. To the energy of the South and the recognition and reminder of who we are and whose we are. Ashe. To the energy of the West, even as the sun goes down, we're gifted the moon and the stars to give us light. So may you, in your darkest moment, always have someone or something to remind you that there's light here. Ashe. To the indigenous tradition of the fifth direction, the ground below, that's where we are grounded in culture, whatever culture you're grounded in, whatever ways and mores give you light and give you strength. We speak that you remember those things because those rituals, this is a ritual, this is a Sunday ritual. Those things ground us so that when the storm comes, we bend, but we do not break. Ashe. To that beautiful sky above us and this embracing of this no thingness, the no thing is where the something comes from. Invent something, create something today, and know that that divine inspiration that you're feeling is something that is specifically for you, my friend. Ashe. From those six directions to the seventh direction, that seventh direction is the space of possibility given to us when all roads come together at the heart. May your heart center be as light as the feather in the tradition of Ma'at. And may you also always be in peace, knowing that it's not just you, but it's all your folks who are with you all the time. Ashe. At this point, if you'd like to call aloud a name in the chat, or if you'd like to call aloud a name at home, we will pour for those people that you'd like to recognize, specific names that you want to put into the chat. I want to call on three specific names today. The first one goes to Sister Queen Mother Viola Ford Fletcher. If you've not looked her up, go look her up. She was the last living survivor of the Tulsa race riots, and I believe she was 111. That's pretty doggone remarkable. How about that? So, Sister Queen Mother Fletcher, we pour to you today. Ashe, in remembrance to the Imam, organizer, longtime legend Jamil Abdullah El Amin, also known as the legendary H. Rap Brown from the 1950s and 60s. May you rest in continual power and peace. Ashe. And finally, to the energy of someone who gave us great songs like Vietnam and The Harder They Come. You probably recognize in mainstream culture, if you weren't in the UK, the 1993 film Cool Runnings. Jimmy Cliff recorded a reggae version of a cover of John Nash's I Can See Clearly Now. So if you remember that from the movie Cool Runnings, a lot of people remember that. That was the great Jimmy Cliff, who is also passed on. Ashe. Go ahead and take a moment and pour to those ancestors and speak to those ancestors in remembrance. Tell your children about those people of yours for the next few pours of water. So it is. And again, we pour for the children in the world, the children in the womb, and those who are yet unborn. We say together, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe O, and we hold that O out. Oh, that's the way we do it around here as we are in this place of generating gratitude. Listen, I'm going to get you to join us because you are joining us already in the chat. I appreciate y'all joining us in the chat because I see it. The energy is there. The ancestors are coming in. We want you to generate some gratitude with us. So listen, I challenge you right now. If you are on this stream, you have pumped us up. We are there. As you take your sip of coffee, as you take your sip of tea, I am going to challenge you to tell us as we are in this 11th month, closing out, getting ready to head into the 12th month of this year. Give us one thing that you are grateful for. Just one thing. I won't ask you for 50 million things. We can start a gratitude chain. We can make this gratitude chain absolutely perfect. And the way we do that is we share one thing that we are grateful for. My name is Rev Jeff, and I am grateful for those of you who told me to zoom out the camera a little bit because my head was getting chopped off. Hey! Oh, almost got to shouting and spilled my coffee. I'm grateful I didn't spill my coffee. How about that part? So, what are you grateful for? We're going to sing good morning to you. I'm going to sing good morning to you. Lady Kanita's at home. She's watching us. What's happening? How you doing? So we're in your honor. We're going to sing good morning. And everybody around the world, y'all going to help me sing good morning because that's the way we got to do it here. Y'all understand that? Good morning to you. We are going to send energy into the world today. We send love to Sister Angie Bartlett, whose dad was admitted to the hospital. We're grateful that the prayers of people here are going to be surrounding him right now. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Hey, good morning to you. I see that gratitude coming. Come on. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Hey, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Hey. All right, y'all. Look at this gratitude coming in, man. Oh, my goodness. I'm putting you up on the screen. My name is Destiny Muhammad. I am grateful for excellent health. Come on now. I love the energy. We got Brother Marcel coming in. My name is Marcel. I'm grateful for my family. And I guarantee your family is grateful for you too, brother. Anytime you're moving in the world where you're grateful for your family, grateful family is grateful for you. Oh, we've got Courtney. My name is Courtney, and I'm grateful for a nourishing Thanksgiving holiday. Hey, we got that, man. Oh, we got Mensa Webb on. I'm grateful for showing up for myself and taking on self-healing work. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Y'all got some good stuff coming in here today, man. Look at that energy that is in the house. Christina Trotter, I'm grateful for life. I say, oh, we're grateful for life for you too, Sister Katrina. We're just happy that you're here with us, that you're in this place right now, and that you're joining us today. My name is Tiffany. I'm grateful I was able to walk on the white sandy beaches and let the waves wash against my legs in Destin this past weekend. Come on. Destin, Florida, y'all better come on and get some good. Y'all are just turning Thanksgiving into a new kind of holiday. I like it. Do y'all feel this gratitude coming through the screen? I do. Keisha is grateful for a week of intentional sharing with family. And I get to say that I know Miss Keisha's, and I'm grateful that her movie is doing so well in the theaters. So if you get a chance, y'all go check out some of these holiday movies with your family. You see somebody you might know, see somebody you might be sitting next to at Infinity. We got at least two people who have been in holiday movies. We got some great artists here. I'm grateful for the creatives that feel drawn to the Infinity Fellowship because of this expansive energy there. Grateful for Sister Thea, Brother Shabazz. They've got a great show going on at Oz Arts that I'm sure they're going to share a standing ovation about as well. We're sending love to them. Sister Alicia is in the house. Grateful for a week of fellowship, of love, and of rest. We love this energy in here. I'm putting this up because Angela and her dad are watching today's Sunday service. And we said, thank you, Rev. Daddy and I are watching. Grateful for medical staff and my dad's perseverance through this medical event. To Brother Bobby Bartlett, we're sending you love from around the world. Everybody who is on here today is sending you love and light energy. Everybody is sending you that power for healing. And to the medical staff who might be in a room checking the pulse, we're sending you energy too. Your hands are just sparkling with the light of God, and the light of the ancestors are moving through your veins, and everything is going to be all right. We love it. We also have some more gratitude. Y'all forgive me. I'm indulging in gratitude today. I'm not apologizing for it, because anytime you send the vibrational frequency of gratitude into the universe, it finds you. So we're grateful for this service reinforcing so many aspects of holistic awareness. Now that I'm researching more instead of rejecting terms used during meditation and mediation. Meditation, absolutely. That's what we're doing for Cash. We're here. Rihanna, been a while. We miss you, Rihanna. Michelle, grateful for peace of mind and stability. Oh, that's absolutely excellent. I want to make sure that I got most people's gratitude up on the screen that we're sharing. Yes, Brother Terrence, I am grateful. My name is in the book of life. Absolutely. You're in here. We are all in here. I love it. The blessed assurance, as we say, and that's the energy that is here. We're putting that up so that y'all know that this energy is real. For those of you who may be new, who we've not had an opportunity to interact with, I want to say that we're grateful that you showed up today. We're so grateful that you took the time out of your schedule to be a part of the Infinity Fellowship today and to experience this love energy that you're experiencing. It is very, very real. I'm going to welcome you in just a minute to the Infinity Fellowship officially, but I want to take a minute to let you know about what Infinity is. Infinity is a place of coming together. We're not dividers here. We're people who bring people together. We don't tell you what to call or how to define the God of your acceptance and understanding. That's not our job. Our job is to recognize that that is an intensely personal relationship and to help reinforce that. Here at Infinity, we affirm that unique connection. Whatever you call that source energy, you'll hear me say God, you'll hear us say divine source, you'll hear us say universe. What you see when you look at somebody else and what you see when you look in the mirror is proof that God was showing off when you were made in the image and likeness around the world. Whatever term you use, you're the proof. So it's time that I read to you our core agreements. We call that infinitude. That is the core practice that brings us together at the Infinity Fellowship, where we always say, just be yourself because everyone else is already taken. We practice what's called SNAP at Infinity. The S is for spirituality, and spirituality transcends religion, connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N in SNAP is for nurturing, nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A, of course, well, is for action, because we take action on our callings, walk in our divine purpose every single day. Finally, the P is for the proof, proof that spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We're grateful that you all are here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived, yes, by many different names, and yet known by only one energy. At Infinity, we don't focus on trying to send you into a lane. We focus on bringing all of the lanes together. And we like to say proudly, people say, what kind of church is Infinity? Well, we're the church for people who don't like traditional church, who don't fit anywhere else, who don't go to the mosque, who don't go to the synagogue, but they feel that they are divinely connected. We're the place that reinforces that energy. So as we reinforce that energy today, I want to read to you our statement of infinitude. I invite you to join us from wherever you are in the world. If you are a member of Infinity or not, and you understand or you feel this vibration in our statement of infinitude. Ashe. We agree that we are beings of pure eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all, regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. And we say so to seal these words in words of affirmation used through cultures from time immemorial, the definition of which is on your screen as well, so that you can know what you're saying and when you're saying. Amen, Amin, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. And so it is. It is done. Snap, 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 snap. When you go see people at Infinity, what's so funny, what's so wonderful is when somebody says something good, there is a snapping, because that spiritual practice of spirituality, nurturing, action, and proof. But it's so funny now because I find myself in other places, and somebody will say something. I've been a guest preacher at churches who have been bold enough to invite me to come preach. And of course, I came up as a Baptist minister, so I can teach from many traditions. But when I came up, I found that when somebody was saying something awesome, I'm like, they're like, oh. Okay, where the poetry said. I'm like, I forget, I may not be at Infinity, or I'm at a corporate meeting and somebody says something. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Any of y'all ever done that? I've done that, and I proudly have done that, and that's what's so funny. But I love it because this spiritual practice, if you align with that, if that's something that resonates well with you, then of course, I invite you to continue to check us out at Infinity. We're who we say we are. We're pretty authentic. I get to meet people from time to time who travel from different cities and they come to Infinity and they come through the door and they're a little wary because they say, y'all seem really, really excited online. You seem really happy. You seem really welcoming. So I'm not sure. And I just giggle and laugh, say, come on in. Welcome to Infinity. And what people find is, by and large, again, no one's perfect, but by and large, what you see is what you get at Infinity. We are moving toward reframing what church looks like. We're moving toward reframing what spirituality is, and especially framing out what interspirituality is, where people are pulling from faith traditions that resonate without having to claim one set or another. You what set you in, what set you repping, we right, we wrong, not at Infinity. Because I'm fortunate that the God of my acceptance and understanding did not divide the world up so bad, but that it had that energy, that he had that energy, that she had that energy. Again, we always try to put human constraints on an unlimited God. We can't help it. It's just our nature, right? What's who we are. But I'm so glad that we have so many wonderful expressions of humanity that allow us to get to know one another if we move in non judgment. And this is what I love about Infinity. And that's what I love about you joining me today. And that's what I love about this moment where we get to welcome our first time visitors at Infinity Fellowship. If you are a first time visitor at Infinity, I'm going to invite you to say, good morning, hello, first time. And then we're going to make sure that you have a hello and a QR code. Matter of fact, I'm going to switch you over so that you can see the QR code that is on the screen. And I'm going to see if I can send you a new members, or not a new members link, but I want to send you a visitor form. And I'm going to go ahead and copy and send that into the chat. As soon as I click the chat tab, there we are. But you have the QR code on the screen. And in the meantime, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. In the meantime, we want to say welcome. We'd like to love to send you a note to say hello to you. So go ahead and open up your phone, help us out, help you out, and put that phone up to the screen and get that QR code. There's also a form in the chat. So in that form or on that form at the chat, we want you to fill that out so that we can send you a card just to let you know that we're thinking about you. And as we send you that card, we want to make sure that you get that and that you have a way of knowing that this community is looking out for you, y'all. We're here to look out for you, and we're here to help you build community. At the Infinity Fellowship, we take community seriously. We want to make sure that you're seen. Next Sunday, we will actually be in person. Every first Sunday, we meet in person, 641 West Nocturne Drive, upstairs. And we get to welcome you in a very, very powerful way. So we want to say hello. If you are first time visitors, somebody in the chat said, I'm guilty. I know it's the same thing. We all have been there. People like, everybody seems so friendly, but you see people online and they're reading from a teleprompter and everybody's like, yes, this is how it is. And then you go into the environment and everybody's like, no, not an Infinity. And if somebody does that, you let me know. And I'm showing up with my overalls on. I want to welcome you officially, though, to Infinity Fellowship again. Fill out that QR code. But other than that, my name is Jeff Obafemi Carr. I love to welcome you to Infinity in the way that we do welcome you. If you're a first timer and you mentioned it in the chat, people will be able to say hello to you. We want it to be interactive today. But I want to let you know that we see you for who you truly are. You're not just a human being who showed up to have a spiritual experience. We want that to happen. It's reversed. You are a spirit who's navigating the human experience just like the rest of us. And so, because of that, we like to welcome you in a special way. We see you holistically. We see who, what, where, when, and why you are. We see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You're a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here on the screen with me where I can let you know, if nobody else will, that you're not alone. I'm with you and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, my friend. You're in the right now, baby. You're so much more than your yesterday. And I see why you are. You're here to learn. You're here to grow. You're here to embrace your dreams. You're here to celebrate your divine destiny. And I know all of this because I'm here to do the same thing. And we are going to help each other out. All right? All right? You see, I know the new real you, and I see you shining today. I feel you through the screen shining today, and I know you're shining today. So, welcome to infinity. Welcome home. All around the globe, everybody is saying, Asheo. I think I got some music. I got some music, y'all. Look at me. See, I'm sitting down, so if I stand up, y'all won't see anything. So I just got to groove in the chair. Some people do chair yoga. I do chair dancing. Fill out that form, y'all. Hit that QR code. Come on. Hey. This is where we give each other high fives and we do all kind of stuff at Infinity Fellowship. That's the way we do it. Welcome to Infinity, y'all. Okay, well, it's time now for all of us to participate in a powerful way at Infinity. And it's our time for tithes and offering. And tithes and offering is a beautiful time at Infinity Fellowship. I'm just going to let the groove continue because, hey, we like to give here. We understand the power in giving at Infinity Fellowship. Hey, yeah. As we are preparing for our giving section, our giving moment, that time when we pour back into the community that is poured into us, we want to seriously take a moment to do this in a thoughtful way. We want to make sure that as we are closing out this year, 2025, this year of divine development, that we're very clearly focused on making sure that we are aligned in our spiritual practice. When people are having issues with the way they move through the world or confidence or whatever it may be, oftentimes I point to a book like The Four Spiritual Laws of Prosperity by Edwin Gaines, which he talks about the concept of giving, the concept of taking 10% of what you bring in and giving it back to the people, places, and things where you receive your spiritual food. And of course, institutions. The concept of forgiveness, providing forgiveness for yourself and for others all the time. The concept of making sure that you are living in divine purpose and setting clear goals. All of these things work together. And I found that if somebody's having a struggle, usually it's one of those points. Usually it's the giving part because we think, well, I'm showing up, I'm giving. Well, giving is also something that you're willing to pour back aside from time. It's my responsibility, my joyful responsibility to show up and be present in the community. But what you do with your funds and with your money, that determines where your heart is. That determines where your mind is, where your spirit is. So we don't see money as anything but a tool. It is simply energy. And we're using it right now because that's what the world uses as currency. But as we evolve spiritually, we'll reach a point where that won't matter, where we will all vibrationally be in a place where goodness, mercy, love rule. To get to that place, however, we have institutions that are advancing that future into the present, and Infinity is one of them. And I'm so grateful that so many of you have become givers at Infinity, not just because of the institutional growth, But because of your personal growth, you've seen a direct tie between what you pour in and what has been returned to you, not just financially, but in peace of mind, but in spirit, but in family, but in healing, but in strength of your body. We could go on and on and on and testify all day on that. But this is why we center ourselves in this giving period. So as we are doing that, we are preparing ourselves. You can give, of course, via PayPal today or via Cash App today. You can also give via mail today as well. So we are happy that you are here, that you are participating in pouring back into this space as we are in this year of divine development and continuing to do great things. So take a deep breath as you prepare your mind, as you prepare your heart, as you prepare your spirit. We want to make sure that we don't just hit the Cash App button, that we don't just hit PayPal, don't just write a check out of obligation. No, we truly understand why we're giving. And so we give with an offertory affirmation that we invite you to say along with us. Put your mind into the space of giving. Inhale, exhale. And from whatever you are tithing or whatever you're offering today, the Spirit has moved you to give. Let us say our words together. O limitless, abundant Creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken. And so it is. Inhale, exhale. All right. When we give, we sing a song, and it's called Everything is Good. I'm going to sing it with you as we're giving. I'll put it up on the screen how we give. Come on. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. It's a simple song. Y'all help me out this morning. My voice is a little rough. Everything is good. Yeah, that's it. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. If you got it, go ahead. Change the key. Sing it. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Mm. Ah. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. I've got it good. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Inhale and exhale. Yeah, giving is a part of our service. This is how we do things. I want to make sure that you, as you are and where you are, that you are sharing in your standing ovations. Listen, This service is rolling along and we are doing what we need to do. It's almost time for our message today. But again, we want to make sure that we give you some highlight announcements today so that you can know what's going on. If you have a standing ovation, I'm going to go ahead and open up the feed so that I can get access to your standing ovations. We're doing it all today. We're doing standing ovations. We sang the offering song together. Thank y'all for that. I could feel y'all. And I hope there's nobody standing outside the building singing it because I could swear I heard somebody out there. Everything is good. It was a real rounded, beautiful operatic voice. May have been one of the ancestors or an angel. Who knows? But thank you all for participating. We've gone through everything. We didn't short it just because I'm here solo today. We wanted to make sure that we gave you every opportunity to express yourself and every opportunity to participate in the service that we are giving you. So if you have a standing ovation, of course, I'm going to give you your 2-minute warning here for our standing ovation. So make sure that you send that to us as we get to our highlight announcements for today. Your 2-minute warning. This is the final Sunday in the 11th month of 2025. Our theme this year is the year of divine development. Our mantra this year is powered by love, guided by vision. Every day, we've encouraged you to start your day and end your day with that mantra. I am powered by love and guided by vision. So say it with me one more time. I am powered by love and guided by vision. Breathe in, breathe out. Awesome. Are you ready to visit Infinity Fellowship? Well, I hope so. Come visit us next week. We're going to be in person at the Infinity Center, 641 West Nocturne Drive. We can't wait for you to experience the changes that we have in our physical facility. Yes, let me give you a warning ahead of time. There are some things that have shifted in the year of divine development, particularly those of you who have been worried because you got double parking and triple parking. We've had many people show up. Guess what? We've expanded. And don't blink because you might miss the building. That's the only hint that I'm going to give you. So make sure that you show up tomorrow, next week, show up early. Make sure you get here. We start service at 10 a.m. Those of you who watch us on the stream know that to be true. Get here early and get you a parking spot so that you can reserve your space. We want to see you next week. First Sundays, we are in person. And then, of course, we will have the Voices of Infinity singing, live music. The Youth Power Zone will be open. We've got a powerful youth program here at Infinity, and that will be open. We remind you that on second, third, and fourth Sundays, we are virtual here on the Infinite Life stream. We also want to remind you, if you remember, to go into one of the hottest membership places that we have. That is the Love and Light Room on Wednesday nights. Oh my goodness, in the Band app. Our Wednesday night conversation is called Love and Light. It's hosted by the stellar Tyrell and Tashana Lindsley. They unpack Sunday's teachings on an interactive level where every single voice is heard, y'all. Bring your energy, bring your comments, bring your questions, and your spiritual journey to Love and Light every Wednesday. If you haven't been going to Love and Light in a while, that's okay. Make this Wednesday the time you come back. Every Love and Light is centered around what happens on this previous Sunday. You get to unpack it from the perspective that you heard. So I invite you to make sure that you hear it so that you can participate fully. And some people come and just like to sit and listen to the conversation and get additional spiritual growth through communal interaction. Love and Light is a space where everyone gets an opportunity to contribute something beautiful to the conversation. That's Wednesday, 7 p.m., every single Wednesday inside the Band app. And for those of you who say, well, how do I get in the Band app? Well, that's one of the membership benefits that you get with Infinity. If you fill out the visitor form and you feel as if Infinity is the place you want to be spiritually, by all means, we want you to fill that form out, and we want you to be a part of the Infinity Fellowship and make sure that you get where you need to get so that you can get into Love and Light on Wednesday night. That said, I'm so excited in this moment to check the inbox to see what we've got because it is time for us to celebrate the good things that have happened for people here at Infinity Fellowship, it is time for standing ovations.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news. Our standing ovation.
Yes, standing ovations, y'all. Standing ovations is unique to Infinity Fellowship. I hope every single spiritual center, every single community that's gathering, every single friend circle adopt some version of standing ovation. Standing ovation is when we celebrate what you, as a result of your spiritual practice, have been able to manifest at Infinity Fellowship. We know that many of you have been working on meditation. Many of you have been working on getting yoga into your body. Many of you have been working on staying positive. Many of you have been working on breaking a lack mentality and operating from a space of abundance. And when you do those things, when you practice that energy, you actually manifest what we call SNAP: spirituality, nurturing action, spirituality, nurturing action, and then the proof. And the proof is what we celebrate when we do our standing ovations. So when we do our standing ovations today, we're going to read these out, and I'm going to make sure that we are going to celebrate this. And I see the names coming in here. So it looks like I've got 3 so far. So let's read off our standing ovations. First standing ovation goes to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams says, my standing ovation this week is about Thursday, some call it Thanksgiving, that time of togetherness, good food, and good people. I spent the holiday with some really amazing friends who showed up for me in such a genuine, heartfelt way. Love it. Can't have enough friends, man. I was able to create new memories and even some new traditions, and I'm so grateful for that. They opened their homes to me, they opened their hearts to me, and during a season that can be heavy for some folks, I felt right at home. Look at God. There was joy, there was love, there was laughter, and yes, there was some good eating. I always want to make sure we have some of that too. I'm just really thankful for the community God has placed around me and for the way those connections continue to nourish me. And my peach cobbler was hitting. Oh boy, peach cobbler. Okay, Courtney. Next time we have one of our potlucks, our Infinity potlucks, we want to sample some of this peach cobbler so that we can affirm with you what you say to be truth. Standing ovations. We snap every time we hear standing ovation. And then once we're through, we give a huge standing ovation. Next standing ovation, I am going to have to guess because they didn't put a name. So if you're in the chat and this is your standing ovation, wave your hand and say, it was me. The person says, last week, and let me see if I can find. No, won't give you the name. Last weekend, I was in a comedic adaptation of A Christmas Carol. However, our cast literally got our script the week before the show and had to learn lines quickly. Even though we had no day to rehearse as a group, our show went extremely well. My performance was highly favored by the audience, including a lot of applause. So, whoever you are out there in the world, thank you for sharing what can happen when you're operating your gift and you don't think about circumstance, because that's what I got from this standing ovation. So I send up the snaps for you on that. Keisha Cunningham has a standing ovation. 12 days ago, my granddaughter entered the world. Come on through, grandbaby. She's healthy and a bunch of light added to my family. My daughter blessed me with giving her my middle name, Harper Elise Renee. Yes! And all of the snaps and applause and everything coming through, y'all. Mm. That's got to be exciting. A granddaughter entering into the world with a purpose and with a mission and something special. So we want to make sure that we send them a standing ovation. Everybody, wherever you are, if you can stand, go ahead. Again, I'm not going to offend you by standing in this tight little window space and maybe hitting my head on something. But we're going to all go in together for standing ovation. So 1, 2, 3, let's give it up. All right, standing ovations. We got our energy in there today, y'all. So shout out to everyone as we're prepping to have a conversation here, a bit of a conversation with you on just where we are in the world and today's land of make believe conversation. I want to say congratulations again to each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing your standing ovations. Sometimes it can be a little bit unnerving, if you can, to share in a public forum, but we want to really encourage you to share at infinity. The reason why is you've got to be in a vibrational frequency where people celebrate good things. And if you are there and you're finding yourself saying, you know what, Rev, I don't know if I've got anything good to celebrate. Yeah, you do. Can you hear me right now? Can you see me moving around in the studio right now? Can you read some of the comments on the screen right now? I would argue that you got a lot to celebrate. When we start counting the good, when we start using our creative thoughts and our creative mind to find out what's good and what's happening and that is good to us in the world, we start changing the way we navigate life. And I want us to live life more abundantly. Prophets and teachers, saviors, messiahs, all of them have in common that they came into the world that we might have life more abundantly. Focus on the abundance that is supposed to come to us. Focus on this right now moment. And I would posit to you as I'm preparing to allow this word to come out that when you practice from a space of abundance, when you embrace the concept of living in the overflow, this whole month has been about full to overflowing. When you focus on that, you don't have time to have the lack mentality enter into your consciousness space. Much of what we blame on other people, much of what we assign to other people is simply a fear of looking within ourselves. And so we always find somebody else at fault. We always find what other people are doing to be the problem. Briefly, though, I want to unpack with you this concept of detachment. Somebody in the chat say detach, detach. Detach. We're going to talk about detachment today. There's no better quote that I can find than one from one of our great living teachers who's around here, out there in the world, putting great things out there, Deepak Chopra, who pens in one of his books called The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success, specifically around the concept of this sixth law of detachment. He says, in detachment lies the wisdom of uncertainty. In the wisdom of uncertainty lies the freedom from our past, from the known, which is the prison of past conditioning. And in our willingness to step into the unknown, the field of all possibilities, we surrender ourselves to the creative mind that orchestrates the dance of the universe. Deep breath in, deep release. Now let's talk about it. Detachment. Today, I want to talk to you as we talked about on the internet. It's the land of make believe. We talk about make believe. This month, we've been talking about being full to overflowing. And we talk about full to overflowing. Full to overflowing is a way of seeing the world. It's a way of seeing your mind. It's a way of seeing your heart. It's a way of seeing your relationships. It's a way of moving through. You're not operating in lack. You're operating in knowing that everything is working for you. And that can be difficult for some people because we live in a world of outcomes and objectives. We live in a world, those of you who are corporate, those of you who do consulting, everything is about ROI, return on investment. Everything is about KPI, hitting your key performance indicators, all of that. So when we are talking about how to navigate our goals, how to manifest our divine purpose, how to live life, and live life more abundantly. We also have to overlay that with a society that is bent on key performance indicators and hitting deliverables. And ironically, everything that was built in this construct of the society that we're operating in right now and the mindset that we're in right now, especially the digital space, much of it is make believe. I want you to think about that. Much of what we're striving for is from the land of make believe. The last couple of days, my daughters, my youngest, had their cousins around, and they were playing a game. As soon as the cousins came through the door, everybody gives a hug, everybody gives a high five, and then they sit in a circle with a game that's on a phone or a tablet. And they dive in, and literally, we want to make sure we navigate the existence. So we kind of check up on them, make sure that they're not being sucked too far into this land of make believe digitally on this phone. But they're sitting here exploring this whole land together, playing this game, setting up families, setting up this virtual reality, and they're enjoying being in person, doing something that they could have done in the different cities that they're in. They still do it, but still. Like, you finally get somebody in person, instead of going in the backyard, you want to jump back onto the same device and exist in the land of make believe. Why? Because in the land of make believe, everything is good. In the land of make believe, if you fall off a cliff, you can jump back in and hit the reset button. In the land of make believe, you can only say so much before you're kicked out of the game. So there is enough regulation for you to act accordingly, for you to be nice to people, for you to interact with people with a pure spirit, for you to be creative. All of this is in the land of make believe, and much of make believe is centered around fairy tales. Anybody had a struggle trying to reconcile real life with a fairy tale? I've been in ministry 22 years, 23 years, I believe now, maybe more. I got to check my certificate upstairs, but I've been in the priesthood almost 30. So I know that in the conversations that we've had, much of the struggle that we have in our relationships is because we don't realize that our past is influencing us right now, and our past upbringing was a social construct that was given to us through some version of a fairy tale in the land of make believe. This is how a man's supposed to talk to you, how he's supposed to treat you. This is how a woman's supposed to be when she gets in. This is how a spouse is supposed to treat you. This is how a friend is supposed to treat you. This is how a child is supposed to act. This is all of it from the land of make believe. It may have been a fairy tale, make believe. It may have been a religious construct, make believe. And you don't, but trust me, here we go. Everything is divinely inspired, but a lot of what we follow in terms of ritual came through the consciousness of human beings and was edited through our mind and experience and then put to paper either with pen or with a typewriter based on the human struggles we had. So in many ways, a lot of it's make believe too. It's theory. And so we look at whatever it is. We look at the film, we look at the fairy tale, we look at the book, we look at the novel, we look at the story, we look at the play, we look at the scripture, we look at whatever it is, and we struggle with how to reconcile it with reality when we put the device down. How do you navigate living in this existence that we call life when so much is based on a make believe existence? Take a deep breath. Exhale. One of the answers that I will give you today, and I'm going to unpack this briefly, and then we can go on to our day and to our week, living our best life, because that's what it's all about, right? We want to live our best life. How do we navigate this crossroads between fairy tale and reality? If the fairy tale is linear and is going straight, the real life is perpendicular. What do you do at that crossroads to prevent yourself from hitting a brick wall? Well, attachment is actually something that can harm you. And as Deepak unpacks in the quote that we have, this law of detachment actually opens you up to a better outcome. Why? Because we are attached to our accoutrement in life. And for those of you who accoutrement, we are attached to stuff. Literally, we are attached so much to stuff. The stuff becomes, as Chopra would say, the symbols. We're attached to the symbols. We want that money. Give me my money. We want money. We want clothes. We want cars. We want trips. We want material goods. We want all of this. It's the stuff, and we are attached to it. Don't you take my cup. Don't you take my cup. This is my custom infinity coffee cup, and you better not touch my cup because I put all my time and effort into it, and I invested my. Oh no! Don't you take my cup. Oh my God, this is my specialty iPod, and it's my favorite. Don't you? I've been saving up my money all day. We are attached to physical stuff. Why? Because the symbols have brainwashed us. You're not living the best life unless you're in a 10,000 square foot house. You're not living your best life unless you're driving that comfortable SUV. You're not living your best life unless you have the designer clothes and the designer suitcases and the designer handbags and all of the shiny stuff. Did you realize that by subscribing to that same mentality, and I want to say we are together on this. We have to forgive ourselves, operate in a constant state of forgiveness because we didn't know when we were being programmed, no more than my little girls didn't know when they are sitting there playing a game online while they're in the presence of their family and they're playing the online game with their family in the presence. They didn't know that in that nexus, that subtly, without correction, they're being programmed to desire in reality those things that are ending up giving you bonus points in the virtual world. Bling, 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 bling. Got some more money. Bling, bling, bling. Got to get some coins. Bling, 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 bling. Oh, got to get a new house. Bling, bling, bling. Oh, Monopoly. I'm on Broad Street. Go to jail. Do not collect $200. Oh, I'm going to make sure I get my hotels here. All of that's programming. Some of y'all know about that. Monopoly. You didn't know. I'm here to break the monopoly on your mind. I'm here to break the monopoly on your spirit. I'm here to break the monopoly on your attachment to stuff because it is the attachment to stuff that is holding you back from actually getting what you want. See, that stuff is just a representation, it's just a symbol. What is pure joy and real happiness? Let's talk about this. Because the way that I can depict this greatly is that we are on a journey and we feel with our goals that we got to get to point A from point A to point B. Somebody help me in the chat. The shortest distance between 2 points is a what? I need to know y'all alive today. The shortest distance between 2 points, in this case, on this example, point A and point B. The shortest distance between these 2 points is a what? Somebody in line online's got it. Because you can tell me because the key is you see it on your screen right now. And that's what's beauty about it. Thank you for the aggregation. A straight line. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. What happens though is we get so concerned about the outcome, about the key performance indicator, about the deliverable. We get so focused on it that when we are attached to it, we end up trying to force the outcomes. The chat's lighting up. I know y'all feeling this now. When we attach ourselves to the outcomes, we limit ourselves because then we begin to force the outcomes we need. If people aren't giving us what we feel they should give us, then we hyper focus on their flaws and not their excellent character attributes. Let that sink in. When we're operating in a place of being attached to the outcome, then we focus on people's flaws because we are trying to force the outcome that we want. You need to talk to me a certain kind of way. You need to act a certain way. You need to do what I want you to do on my time schedule instead of coming together. Why? Because we're trying to force the outcome. And when we force the outcome, we lose the opportunity to gain the lessons that we gain in the journey from point A to point B. We're trying to force that arrow. Get me there as quickly as I possibly can. How can I get rich quick so I don't worry about it? How can I get these people out of my face so I don't have to deal with them? How can I cut somebody off because they offended me? How can I, we're going to force the outcome. How's that working for you? Is it giving you peace of mind? Is it helping you navigate the world better? Or is it trapping you in a space of lack? Because even when you get a so called outcome, it's never enough. What good does it do to get all of the accoutrement, to get all of the symbols, to get every single thing and still feel empty? The money, the degrees, the houses, the cars, but with a sense of emptiness. It's because you are trying to force the outcome. And if you are so concerned with how do I just get from point A to point B quickly, you are at risk of creating a perpetual circumstance where you are forcing outcomes, and your pattern is forcing outcomes. Ask yourself in this moment, are you willing to make a change with how you force or how you approach the concept of make believe? We're in the land of make believe right now. And I want you to make a belief. And I want you to consider what make means. Because many of us are making belief by forcing outcomes because we're using the word make. Make could mean force. I'm going to make my child act right. I'm going to make this person like me. I'm going to make this money work for me. I'm going to force an outcome. Can you feel the impact of making when you use the context of force? Stop trying to make people do stuff. I'm sorry, the South Nashville in me came out. I am high spiritual leader. I have all of that. But I also got that South Nashville. That South Nashville is, how's that working out for you to keep trying to make people do what you want them to do? How do we make people do things? Oh, we act funky with them if they don't do what we want. How do we make people do things? We get passive aggressive and we start having a bad attitude when somebody asks us what's wrong. Nothing. I'm all right. Well, you sure you're good? No, I'm good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. I got it good. Come on, man. Ironically, we would not want that energy to come to us. But when you are in a position, somebody out there, it may not be 99 out of 100 I'm talking to, it might just be that one. But if you are in a place where you are not getting the result that you want, you can decide whether you're going to make equals force an outcome and continue the perpetual frustration, or you're going to transform your thinking and act out of abundance and not out of a consciousness of lack. Somebody type in there, I'm operating in abundance. I'm operating in abundance. I'm operating in abundance. I want you to make a new belief right now, a belief that will become a knowledge one day. But I want you to make a new belief, but I don't want you to force make force. No, I want you to make in the second context, which is the most important context. To make also means to create. Isn't it better to create than it is to force? Deep breath. Exhale. The reason why I say that is your nature is to be a creator. Just like the God of your acceptance and understanding is a creator, God is not a God of force. God is a God of power, and it's a creation power. And you don't think that because you're made in the image and likeness, that you aren't gifted with the same ability? Why don't you make something? Make a mug, make a pod, make an idea, make an environment, make your heart over, make your mind over, make your spirit over, make your body over. Because make also means to create. Create a new belief that becomes a spiritual practice of abundance that now begins to bear fruit. When you create, your perspective on point A to point B changes from experience to expectation. You might not get directly from point A to point B. You may feel sometimes that you are going in a circle. You may feel sometimes that you are going all on different paths to get to a destination and you might feel lost. But the beauty is the experience. What have you learned along the way? Lack forces, abundance creates. If I could type it, I'd do it for you. Lack forces, abundance creates. Are you a part of creation or are you a part of lack? You don't see lack anywhere else. Spirit is telling you right now that you are here to create. Ask yourself this week, am I forcing this journey to get from point A to point B, or am I here for the ride? Make believe, create belief, create a belief about life that you would expect the world to believe about you. Create a belief about life that you would expect life to believe about you. Create a belief about life that you would expect life to believe about you. What does this mean? Briefly, and then we're done. Can you expect to receive what you refuse to give? Real talk, because somebody needs to hear this. Your friend isn't your friend because they allow you to be mean to them under the auspices of, I don't have to pretend around them. You ever had people like that? Well, I like my friend because I don't have to pretend around them, but they're allowing you to be mean to them. They're allowing you to be nasty to them. They're allowing you to talk down to them. And that's what makes them a friend. That's not what makes them a friend. You're operating in the place of force where you are centering yourself and your needs instead of listening to what is coming out of your mouth. That means that you're operating trying to force point A to point B. I need to be able to be just negative and nasty, and this person will take everything I give them. That is not friendship. That's abuse. That person is not your friend because they allow you to be funky to them and you don't have to pretend around them. Because a real friend would ask you, what is bothering you so much? And what do you need to change about the way that you're experiencing this journey for you to grow? Don't look for people and call them friends when they are what they are. They're doormats. Call them doormats and say, I'm going to live in a place of lack where I have to collect a number of doormats to dump on. If not, you want to shift, right? So shift out of that and become that which you see life seeing you as. Life sees you as something beautiful. God created you in the image and likeness because you are beautiful, because you're operating as a creator, because you're operating in abundance, because you are operating in light, because you are operating in love. Everything else is just a bit of your carnal nature that is coming out, and you're finding a bunch of people in an echo chamber to affirm that. But are you growing? You owe it to the people that encounter you to give them your highest self and give everything else to your therapist. And to give it to the therapist who's going to help you grow, who's going to say, listen, we've seen progress with you. You don't have to see me anymore. That's what we want to do. We want to be able to do that. I want you to be able to grow so much that you say, Rev, I've learned some things on my own and I'm stepping into myself. I love it. I don't want to put a chain around your neck and lead you across a field so that every single thing you do, you have to check in with me. That is looking at you as a sheep. I'm not going to be the shepherd to you. Why? Because we're all journeying on this road together. My job is to be the guide and the spiritual guide to teach you how to unlock that which is within you. Everything else is slavery. And not interested in sheep because sheep exist for two things: to be fleeced and to end up on the table in the end. You know what? That's just what it is. So be careful of the terminology that we use in this place. Open our mind up. The journey, the experience from point A to point B, when you lose the attachment to the outcome and you operate from detachment to the outcome, you will find in that experience, in those journeys that you see, that on that loop above, yes, it may have taken you a little bit longer to get that college degree, but in that experience, you met somebody who was going to be a friend for the rest of your life. It may have taken you on the underside to have lost 3 jobs before you found the one that aligned you to your greatest ambition. You may have worked 16 different jobs to get to where you needed to be, but because of the 16 different jobs and different experiences you had, you ended up being catapulted to upper and mid-level management because of the experiences that you had that wouldn't have gotten you there if you would have gone directly from point A to point B. Stop looking for the outcome and just trust that this goal is going to lead you on a journey that is going to help you become stronger, better, and wiser. And that you're going to discover things along the journey that are going to remind you of who you are. Make a new belief today. Story, and then I'm done. I was looking for an audio device here in this studio, and I had a cord that was missing. I couldn't find it. And I was starting to get a little frustrated because I knew that I had this cord somewhere. You ever had anything that you know you had and you wondering who moved it? The first thing that happens is you start thinking, who touched my cord? Who moved my stuff? You start checking the usual suspects. Did my wife move my box? Did my kids play with my device and unplug it? Did they take my charger and use it for their phone? Did they use their headphones in the car? All of that. You start interrogating from a place of lack. I immediately caught myself and said, you know what? No, it will come to me because I know what I'm looking for. So I started going box by box because I recently shifted a lot of things from upstairs to downstairs. I started going through some boxes. I put some music on in my headphones and I just started going through boxes. I wasn't thinking about the outcome. I knew what I wanted. I have my goal in mind. Rev ain't telling you not to set the goal. Rev is telling you to set the goal, to clearly see the goal, to embrace the goal, to put it inside your heart and trust that the universe is going to lead you on a journey of experiences to not only give you that goal, but to give you a whole lot of other good stuff. So as I was remembering this with my headphones in, and I was going through boxes and moving things around, I was going through a box and I discovered something that one of my high school teachers gave me that was an award, and I thought that it got lost in a storage unit. I was like, oh my God, 1985. Look at that. And I put it on a prominent position on the shelf. I was going through and I went through another box and I said, oh my gosh, I found a book that I had when I was a young man at a conference where John Henry Clark and Dr. Yosef Ben Yakinen were speaking, and they had written a book together. And I found the book. And I said, I was wondering where this book was. And then I opened it up and I saw that these two legends who are now ancestors had signed, autographed the book directly to me. And I said, oh, I forgot that I had this book. And I found journal entries and letters that I've written to myself. And I found another audio device that I forgot I had. That was the audio device that I plugged in that made this work today. And guess what the last thing was that I found? The power cord to the first device, my point B. Oh, I went through the journey, y'all. But look at what I found. Look at what I found. Look at what was given to me. Look at all of the treasures, even those little bitty accoutrements are not accoutrements because they're worth millions of dollars and I can put them on the exchange and sell them at auction. No, but they mean something to me because they remind me of who I am. When you are on your journey, when you are headed to point B, you're going to get there. Point B is the love that you deserve. Point B is the community that you deserve. Point B is the vision that you deserve. Yes, it's the abundance. Yes, it's the wealth. Yes, it's the family that you deserve. But when you're on a journey, my friend, when you lose attachment to the outcome, then you get to be fortified with the things that remind you of who you are, with the people who remind you of who you are, with the experience that reminds you that I am learning something every single day. Don't worry if they haven't called you back yet, because they haven't called you back yet because there's something in the silence for you to learn. Don't worry if the job got delayed, because there's something in the silence, in the period of the waiting, that is there to be unpacked and explored, that reminds you of who you are. Don't worry if they came and got the doggone car, because some of you had the car taken away. I've had the car drug off because of deciding to feed the kids instead of taking care of that in the short term while I'm waiting on something to come. But what I learned in the experience was that you can take a car, you can take a house, you could take a radio, you can take a mutual fund, you can take all of that. But what you can't take is those intangible things that get you through those circumstances. You can't take love, you can't take vision, you can't take purpose. You can't take the people who remind you of who you are. And if you can't take away those things, then you can't take nothing. Because with those things, I can get everything else back. Deep breath. Exhale. Creating belief, creating a structure is better than forcing it. Allow yourself today to enter a new land of make-believe where you're co-creating an abundant life. Oh, somebody say, I said this before, I am a co-creator. I am a co-creator. I am a co-creator. I am a co-creator. I'm a co-creator of abundant life. I'm a co-creator. I'm a co-creator. If you say that enough, my, it's a recognition that you are covered. You are creating an abundant life instead of trying to force life through empty symbology. I am full to overflowing. Every experience that I have is leading me to my destination. And every time I learn something on a curve, every time I learn something on a dip, every time I learn something on a drop or a fall, it's making me stronger to deliver me to the place where I'm supposed to be. That's the message for today, y'all. That's the word to take with you in this moment right now. Make believe, y'all. Make a new belief. Other people out there making beliefs for themselves and you're watching them grow, do the same. Spirit is in this place right now in a powerful way. I want to wrap up service for us, y'all. And I want us to all just vibrate around that energy of make believe. So as we are making belief today, as we are putting ourselves into the mindset of knowing that everything is indeed working in our favor, I want us to sit still for a minute and we just say a positive prayer. It's an affirmative prayer. I call it pouring energy into realignment for manifestation, or PERM. That's what we do. But we want you to just get your mind in that area, in that space. Good. Just like that. Bow your heads, close your eyes. Divine Source, we want to approach you in gratitude today. And I want to thank you personally for everyone who showed up in this chat, everyone who showed up, who's just watching the stream, everyone who needed a message today, a message of gratitude and abundance and alignment. Thank you for the ability for all of us to choose how we will interact with the world. Thank you for the ability that we have to choose how we interact with ourselves. Thank you for the gift of community. Thank you for the gift of reminders along the way, these little breadcrumbs that lead us back to you because you are our divine source. Thank you for the lessons that we've learned over this week. Thank you for the holiday and holy day season. Thank you as we approach this 12th month for an entire year of developing ourselves. Thank you for an entire year of developing ourselves as divine little c creators. Thank you for operating in a world that is full to overflowing. And in this period of acknowledgement, I know that there's someone who is out there who's struggling. There's someone out there who has had a struggle up to this point, but I freely release them right now. I speak freedom and release upon them right now, that they will decide in this moment that they can look at things through lack or they can open their heart to abundance. I speak that transition just like this. Because just like you can do all things, you have imbued us with this gift to do the same. We shift our minds now. We move away from lack. We move into overflow. We are full to overflowing. I speak healing upon those who are in need of healing right now, that it is not a future, but a present thing. We release anxiety, we release shame, we release doubt, we release any fear. All of it is gone. It is dissolved in this moment of clarity right now for you. And so I speak power and proclamation today for those who are working on a new journey, for those who have had a door slammed in their face so that they will turn away from it because it wasn't what you had for them anyway, that they will turn and walk down the hallway to the new door that is brand new and wide open, and they will do so in a trusting spirit. Thank you for the relationships that are coming together now. Thank you for the friendships that are being renewed. Thank you for the release of things that no longer serve us. Thank you for this community here, for the many people who continue to pour in. And so the growth and expansion is beautiful because it is mostly and primarily around the energy that you have provided us to recognize and realize today. We thank you for love. We thank you for power and for the realization that we do not have to force outcomes. We speak allowance today. We allow the good. We open ourselves for the good. We embrace it right now. We feel it and commit to move forward with this power in confidence and in love. And so it is. Deep inhale, exhale, release. We proclaim it around the world, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. Y'all, let it go. Whatever you got that's been holding you back, let it go. This make-believe existence, this chasing of outcomes, there's no wonder that the number one mental health problem, especially in the United States of America, is anxiety disorders. Why? 40 million people, 40 million plus people per year impacted by anxiety. 31%, that's 3 out of 10, are going to experience some anxiety throughout their adult lives because it's wondering what will happen and being fearful of what is coming. You don't have to fear about that, and you don't have to think about that anymore. You're not going to make yourself sick anymore. You're in the present and you're the right now. Accept this conscious awareness as the moment that the light came on. Let's make a new belief today, y'all. Well, as we prepare to get on out of here, we're going to we'll find our closing song. I don't know if I'm going to fully sing it, but what I'm going to ask you to do is to join me in doing something positive in the chat. I see some great I just want to put up some comments. We've got some great comments coming in the chat over there. I see Mercy. Not sure about joining, but the last 3 services I watched was satisfying. Praises, all praises. Just wish there was a fellowship in my area. Hey, we work hard to make sure our virtual space is solid too, and we make sure that we're gonna grow. We're gonna find a way to get into your area. We'll use the power to do that, man. I'm loving y'all. Listen, I want y'all to show up and show out. The way we do it is really simple. When we say goodbye at Infinity, and especially in the virtual service, we pick somebody in the chat that we speak to and we tag them with something positive. Pour something powerful into them right now. So wherever you are, just take a minute to get a thumb out and just pick somebody awesome and say, hey, thankful for you, or may you have a blessed week, or whatever is good, may it fall on you in abundance. Whatever it is, we train ourselves towards speaking good things into others, and it happens for us too. So let's lift our hands and our eyes. We speak in this moment that the love of God, the power of the Creator, and the ancestors rest, rule, rock, and abide with you henceforth, now and forevermore. Let us say together, Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. Till I talk to you next week, I'm looking forward to seeing many of you in person. 641 West Nocturne Drive. Come and see you. Come and see me. This has been Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, of course, with the Infinity Fellowship. Check us out online. Check us out on the socials. Share this broadcast with somebody that may need to hear this message. Till I talk to you next week, on behalf of the Infinity Fellowship, I love you. That's a fact that cannot change. See you soon. Peace, love, and power.